family. I am your one and your only Lady of Crochet, LadySamoan, and we are back with another all over the place crochet broadcast, but we are live. We are live, we are live, we are live. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I wanted to get that little introduction out the way, y'all. We are live tonight and we are going to crochet together. So if y'all are catching this on the replay, I wanted to just let you know ahead of time that really we have no rhyme or reason. We're just here to crochet, to chat, and to talk together and enjoy each other's company. I'm going to set myself up on this side, though. So I'm looking over so that I always like to set my iPad up. So I do that in the beginning to kind of like make sure I don't miss anything. I like to kind of see what's all going on. But yeah, y'all, we are going to be crocheting a hat. Hello to everyone that is joining. Y'all say hello in the comments. We are going live, y'all. I feel good tonight. We are going to go live and just chat it up. I am working on a hat. I'm working on a ruffle hat for myself, and let me show y'all what we got so far. So far, we have this, and I have green. And initially, I was going to do a brown going around, but it's more so like a gold color because one thing I realized is that I have a lot of strap yarn, but the thing is, I don't have a lot of full skeins. So I'm putting skeins together, and I know for the ruffles, I'm going to need a lot of yarn. So I had two of this color, but they were halfway. So it's like, I think this was a little bit here. I call them a little boneless yarn, y'all, because it's not much in here. I had a lot of boneless yarn, but I have boneless yarn. But I have this skein, and then I have another skein, and the other skein only have a few in there, but it'll get me, well, it has more than that, of course, but it'll get me through the what's it called, the ruffles. So I'm crocheting on live tonight. This green hat is going to have full ruffle. We're going to do 3 rows of ruffles. The ruffles take me out every time. And when I crochet, I always turn my projects on this side because I seem like I crochet a little faster when I'm doing the hats. And let me show y'all before we get started. Hello to whoever have joined the live, y'all. We are just crocheting and chatting. So if you have a project you're working on, pull it out. We are going to talk a little bit today. I have some questions. It's Christmas based, y'all. Y'all know I usually pull out the jar when I go live. But the thing is, tonight I printed off some questions that I thought was pretty cool. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But this is a hat that I made for my mom. It's a ruffle hat, and I put it in a short. I did the short today, so some of y'all may seen it in the short. And I did this hat for my mom. Her birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday to my most beautiful, amazing mother. I love her with everything in me. And she was saying, it's so funny because she was like, "You never finished the hat." Like, I made her one, but it was too big. So she's like, I need one made, but I need it smaller. So I'm like, okay, I got it. Yesterday, I was like, listen, I'm making this hat. So yesterday, I went in, finished it this morning, and I think it's so cute. And she's like, I want to wear it for church when I go to, like, they have like their church Christmas like event. And I was so tickled because I remember, hello, Miss Deborah, hello, and Killer Panther, hello, everyone who is joining the live. And I was so tickled when she was telling me she was going to wear it to a church event because I remember talking about the ruffle hats in the last live, and I was telling y'all that they remind me of like a church hat. Happy birthday to your mom. Thank you so much. Yes, my mom she's adorable. She's adorable. But the thing is, my mom's head is so small, y'all. So my head, I have a huge head. And then my hair, you add the hair on, it's like, listen. But my mom has such a smaller head, and the hats that I made her in the past, she's like, I love them, but I can't wear them because they're too big. So I was like, listen, I'm making this hat for my mom. So I have to get this mailed to her so she can have it for her Christmas event. And it's all red because she absolutely love red. Love red. So I'm working on right now I have the green and I'm going gold around, but it's kind of supposed to be like a brown. So my idea for this, y'all, is to do it, ruffle it out in the gold. I'm going to put a star, like probably like a star applique on this part. I'm going to put a star applique here, and then I may put some ornament appliques around. And that's how I'm going to finish this. This is my Christmas hat just to wear for December. So I kind of like was like, I want a hat to where I can wear for the month of December, representing me with crochet, because I need to get better at that. I need to get better. And then with the weather being so much cooler, it's like, listen, it's no reason why I shouldn't have something that I crochet on, you know? So for the ruffles, really quick before we get into some questions and start talking, let me know what y'all are working on too. Like if y'all have a project that y'all are working on, let me know what y'all are working on. But for the ruffles, so that they can get that full ruffle feel, I am doing 3 double crochets in each stitch around for 3 rows. The ruffles take me out every time. If y'all know anything about the ruffle hats, it's like once you start the first row of ruffles, you're a little okay. You're in there, you're okay. But that, like the second ruffles, you're sitting there like, mm, I don't know. We're doing this. We're committed. Then you get halfway on the second round and you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm almost to the end. You get to the end, you're fine. Hello, hello, Malibu Maddie. You get to the end, you're fine. The third round, halfway through, you just want to throw the project. You just want to say, listen, y'all can have the ruffles. That's it. That's it. But I find that I absolutely love the fullness of 3 double crochet in each stitch around. And I do know some people who use triple crochet, or they'll do like the first round have 3 double crochets, the second round may have 2 double crochets each. So it just all depends on what you like. What's your preference? But let's get into some questions because like I said, we are going to talk. I always like to chat it up on the live. I have new questions and I did them Christmas based, so I did not put them in the jar, but it's okay. I have my highlighter and I want to highlight as I go because I want to make sure I don't repeat the questions. So the first one we have is, what's your favorite yarn texture for Christmas projects? Velvet, chenille, acrylic, or wool? What is your favorite yarn texture for Christmas projects? So for me, y'all, I love the plush yarn. So that would be like the chenille yarn. And I want to show y'all this because you can kind of see behind me. I kind of put her up there. This is a love plush that I made, and it is the supposed to be kind of like the what is it? The little Debbie cakes, the Christmas tree. Oh, acrylic. Malibu Maddie says she likes acrylic. And I did this one right here, kind of off of that Christmas tree little Debbie cake. And then in the back, I put a heart on the back of it. I think it's absolutely adorable. So this is my Christmas tree theme little Debbie stack love plush. And I love the acrylic yarn. I want to say, if my memory serves me right, I want to say the yarn that I used for that one was Parfait Chunky. I believe that was Parfait Chunky for that one. So I love using the Chanel yarn, but I'm not opposed to the acrylic because, like I said, acrylic yarn, especially when it comes to amigurumi, I have to get better. I said this last time. I need to get a little better with using acrylic for some of my amigurumi projects because guess what? That's how I started, and then plush yarn got introduced to me, and it was like, I just can't stop. I can't stop using plush when it comes to amigurumi, but I absolutely love using acrylic. It just takes a little longer when you're using acrylic yarn because the projects, you're pretty much using that single crochet, smaller hook, so it's going to take a little longer. But it's worth it though because some of your projects, when you do the acrylic yarn, some of the projects are absolutely like cute. I think it looks a little better with acrylic versus some in plush, but I think it's also opinionated. That's what a lot of things that we do. Oh, while I'm at it too, one thing too, um, one thing too, this they have a question and answer. Let me see. I'm gonna put this up here. Oh, it went away. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. It was a question and answer thing. I was going to try it, but I don't know how to do it. If it pops back up, I was going to try it. But one thing too, the last live I was working on the granny square blanket. I showed it. If you did not see it completed, I showed it in a YouTube short, and you can see that I like acrylic for amigurumi because it shows the shaping a little bit more. It absolutely does. It shows it more. It like if you're doing things like say I used to use acrylic for dolls. So I made like a couple of crochet dolls, and I feel like the acrylic yarn just shows, like you say, the details, the shaping, but it takes so much longer. But I think it's so much satisfaction when you actually complete it, because those dolls are cute. And that's the dolls were my introduction. Hi, I'm back. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I'm just like we always do, y'all. We chatting it up. I have some questions, and we're talking about which yarn that you love to use. What's your favorite texture to use for your Christmas projects? And with the because I used to do the dolls, the acrylic was great, but it's so time consuming. Because if anyone made dolls, listen, those pairs like two legs, two arms, it takes me out, y'all. I sit there, I'm like, why can't it be one arm and one leg, and then I'm gone, I'm ready? But I want instant. I want instant, but I know it takes time. But there's a creator, her name is, oh goodness, make sure I say it right, Lauren Teague, Tegg, I believe. She does weeby dolls. Those were, I'm sorry, y'all. Those were my first amigurumi dolls that I tried. Was Lauren Teague. I think it's Teague or Tag. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But I did her weeby dolls. Absolutely love her weeby dolls. Those, like, she has so many different varieties. Those are some of the most, like, they're easy patterns, but the dolls turn out so pretty. And she has so many different like clothing and different things like that. So that was my introduction somewhat into the amigurumi world when it came to dolls. And I still have some of her patterns that I still need to try, but it's just when I feel like picking up that hook. Oh, the weeby bees are cute. The weeby bees, yes, they are cute too. I love the cute little I think for Halloween, I did like a bee that was like a zombie theme, because the bees are all so cute. So cute. It's like those were a thing before. When I worked at daycare, I did some bees for the baby room. I think it was some bees and octopus, but of course, not with the safety eyes, just like regular and broader eyes. I did some stuff. I think I did a big octopus for that baby room because the owner did like a mural, and the mural had like underwater theme. How many yarn do you have? hmm. I have what's behind me on here, and I have another little shelf of yarn. But I'm actually bussing through my stash. I'm bussing through it. I want to get more yarn. I know I'm going to get some more yarn soon because it's so hard to hold on, y'all. But I would say one thing I noticed is that a lot of the yarn that I have now, because I'm busting through my stash really, really good, a lot of the yarn that I have are not full skeins. So I'm working through them, and I think dang, I have 89 is good. 80, listen. So this is the thing I'm gonna say, and anyone who's in the comments, y'all may can attest to this. I remember when I first started, in my mind, I kept saying, I want to have a big yarn stash. That's my goal. I want wall to wall yarn stash. Like I want it to look like a store. That's just something for me. That will make me happy, right? So I remember saying, I'm gonna start a yarn stash, and when yarn is on sale, that's when I'll purchase just to build my stash. I started off with just like a little bag, then it grew and grew and grew, and I know it's just gonna keep growing. So when you say 89, if you want like more, like I'm telling you, before you know it, that yarn stash is gonna grow, and you're gonna be sitting there like, where did all this yarn come from? And then you're going to remember that you said, oh, I want a big yarn stash, because that's just me. Like, but I didn't make a commitment to myself. I said, I want to get through at least to the end of this year using a lot of my yarn that I already have. But the yarn that's not on camera that you can't see that I said I have on the side, my yarn is like 16. Woo, $16. Whew, $16 a skein. I'm sorry, I have some coffee. I'm gonna drink a little coffee. I have my I Love Mom cup. So cute. Sorry, I need a little something. But $16 is wow. That's crazy. That's like woo! 16. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. I absolutely love getting yarn on sale. That's just me. So I find every angle, like I'm always searching to see what can I get on sale. Now for this hat, I wanted a brown to the bottom because I wanted to look like a Christmas tree. So that was my goal. I get it from cheap stores. Yes. So, and see, that's what I do too. And I always keep an eye out on different coupons, different sales. Now, one thing, I wanted the brown for this hat. So what I ended up doing, right? I went to Michael's and they still had 35% off if you order online. So I was like, okay, I can get the brown for this hat because I use the this one is big twist value, but I use loops and threads also. Their value. Those glasses are off the chain and beautiful. Thank you. Let me tell you about this yarn. And we're coming back to the glasses because it's my favorite pair of glasses. But with the yarn with Michael's, I wanted the brown. So I noticed when you order online, ordering through Michael's online gives me a better discount for some reason. It says $35 if I mean 35% off if I order online. So that's what I did. Can you crochet a mistletoe for me to gift my wife, please? There he go, y'all. Y'all tell my husband hello. See, he wants me to gift. That's my husband. He always is going to show up. That's one thing I do love about my husband. He will show up and he is going to support. Hello, hello, husband. And I will crochet a mistletoe. But I with the Michaels, it's 35% off. So I was able to get 3 skeins of yarn. It was $2.29 on sale. Plus, I have the teacher's discount, so I get 15% off because I homeschool. And with my 15%, with the $2.29, I like to crochet. I love crocheting too. And then I had a $5 discount, so I was able to get 3 skeins of yarn, y'all, for $1.79 with all the discounts. And the only reason I got those 3 because I saw I had the $5, and I'm like, I gotta add 2 more. So like I just said, I didn't want to buy any more yarn. But I wanted the brown for this, and I really wanted it for the live. But the only thing I would say, the only thing about that is when you order it online, it did not fulfill in time. So when I was out and about, I could not get that. So y'all may see another hat with a little brown, but I wanted this to be like a Christmas tree. But now it's going to be more so like I guess a Christmas tree, but my way, you know. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for supporting my wife and her creativity. You're awesome. Thank you, husband. $1.79. Wow, wow. Yes, for 3 skeins of yarn, $1.79. And those are the deals that will help you grow your stash. So if you're looking to expand the stash that you have, just like always keep an eye out on the different type of sales, or even if you have coupons, if you may have that Michael's may send like the rewards, like always keep up with that because that's an easy way. Hello, hello. Okay, let me see. Let me look over here. Let me look over here. Okay, Yin Nation 77. Hello, hello, hello. I'm like trying to look on my phone, like this is not gonna work. Let me look over here. That's why I put it on my iPad. Yes, I do. Yes, because that's a great way. Just look for it little by little. Always remember, Small purchases turn into large stashes. Small purchases will turn into, it takes time. I did not purchase all of this over time. There was once when Hobby Lobby used to do the good sales. I mean, $1 and some change of skein. That's when I got a lot of yarn too. So I look out for all of those different things because it's like that's a great way to build your stash. I think some people see stashes or see people sitting behind a lot of yarn sometimes, and they think like, oh, they purchased all of that, or oh no, no. A lot of times, small purchases turn into larger stashes, and that's how you build it. Let's get another question, y'all. I hope y'all are having a good time. I'm having a good time talking to y'all. So, okay, if you could only crochet one Christmas item this year, what would it be? Let me know in the comments, y'all. If you could only crochet one Christmas item, what would it be? Get a little coffee. Oh, while we're thinking about that one, Hobby Lobby is the best. Yes, I love Hobby Lobby. Christmas tree, Malibu Madison Christmas tree. Dad say an elf. Oh, I didn't think about that. I know some people have crocheted like the elf on the shelf too. Um, if I could crochet one, mm, okay. Now, one thing I could, but I know I'm not going to tackle this project, so I'm being honest. I'm being honest here, y'all. A stocking. A stocking is good. Oh, look. Okay. So as far as the stocking, this right here, and I pinned the creator of the pattern for this. This right here is like a little booty, so you can wear it on your feet. But if you keep going bigger and bigger and bigger, you can actually make it as a stocking to hang on the fireplace or a stocking to gift. So, hi, how are you? I am doing so good, Sandy. How are you? So you can like create these and make it bigger, and it's using the hexagon shape to create the stocking. So you can kind of go bigger and bigger and make whatever size stocking you make. So those right there, I just of course did it as the booty, but they can definitely be a stocking for Christmas. But for me, if I could create one for me would be a dress. I always wanted to create a dress for, like, I have a Christmas sweater that I wear, but I want to create a Christmas dress, and I saw the cutest pattern. I think it's the cutest thing, but I know I'm not going to tackle it. So, but if that was one thing I would be able to do for myself, I would do it. But as far as like, if there was one gift that I can create for Christmas time for people, what would it be? I think if everyone loved the hats, I would do Christmas hats for everyone. But I know a lot of people don't like wearing crochet hats a lot. At least it just depends, because I think it becomes popular, then it doesn't. Would you build Santa Claus with yarn? Yes, I've seen some cute Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus patterns. Amazing, like so cute, but I have to have a lot of patience. I have to be ready for that. I am great. What is your favorite thing to crochet? Right now, I absolutely love Granny Square. Anything Granny Square, I absolutely love. But I get on a kick between the Granny Squares and the hats and blankets. So Granny Square blankets, hats, and I do love amigurumi. Love amigurumi, but I am just like the name that I started using, all over the place. I am definitely all over the place when it comes down to what I crochet. What is something that you like to crochet? Like, what's your favorite? Because that's something I always wonder. Like, I'm an all over the place type of person, but I know some people just like crocheting clothes, or just like crocheting amigurumi or hats or blankets. Like, I would love to know that. Me too. Hobby Lobby sales. Yes, Hobby Lobby sales. Awesome. Can you crochet a beanie? Yes, I've crocheted lots and lots of beanies. LadySamoan, you had block in your live. It's me, Aisha Hammond items. Oh, I blocked. I don't know. I blocked. I don't know if I did. I apologize. I don't know how I did that. I don't know. sweater. You will crochet a sweater. Lily says a sweater. Christmas sweaters, awesome. You know, I think I have a green, red, just a classic green and red one that I did. I absolutely love it. And I think this will be my third Christmas wearing it. I need to make a new one. Where do you buy your eyes from now? Oh, yes. Thank you for bringing me back. Because I'm telling you, I will be all over the place. Um, my glasses I get from Vogue Glam online. Way back in the day, I used to work at childcare, and this lady would come in with so many different frames. She was the first person that introduced me to like online frames, and she would be like, "There's a company online where you can get frames for so cheap." Now this was before Vogue Glam became what it is today, because I used to get frames from them, and this was when they used to have free frames, and you just pay for the medicines to come in. No, I'm telling you, I would get glasses for like $1. I was paying for medicated glasses like dirt cheap. I had so many glasses before my prescription changed. And I was like, listen, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole and do more. But I find that I really love these frames on me better. So I have these ones in clear, red, and like a tortoise color. So I said I want to get them in every color that they have, because I think this is just going to be my go-to frames. And I do have some pair eyewears and other things, but I absolutely just love this one. Where okay, wow, that's gorgeous. If someone wanted to buy one, would you sell them? I had some hats up on my Etsy. I do have an Etsy because I have my love plush pattern like this, and I have variations, but I pretty much, the pattern that I have is just a base pattern that has the base body in this heart thing. And I do different variations of it, but I have this up because this is like my love plush pattern, and I have that on Etsy. It's so crazy. I just had some hats on Etsy, but I do have to get better with actually presenting them so that it can look better. I don't think some of my listings had looked really well. So I'm like, I want to redo them. So I may put some more up on Etsy to sell. Um Last time, it's okay. I am into amigurumi crochet. Yeah, amigurumi is fun. Now, okay, so tell me, Lady4775, what's your favorite amigurumi piece to make? Okay, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. If I put it up, I would definitely make a community post saying that I've listed some more things on Etsy, especially some hats, because I do love making hats, and it's not it doesn't take me too long to make. The thing is, like now tonight, y'all, I get carried away talking. I love talking to y'all. So you be like, why she ain't crocheting? Sometimes I get carried away. I have to calm myself down because I'm talking about crochet. I love to crochet, but it doesn't take long for me to do the hat. So I was like, I do have some that I do need to try to sell too, because I did some for a craft fair, and I didn't sell a lot of it, and that was a little while. So I did want to put those on. Now, one thing I want to say too, because I want to ask y'all again, the hats. Do y'all realize? Because this was something I had to tell myself and remind myself with crochet plushies. But right now, I am doing the advent calendar amigurumi. Oh, let me finish this thought. I'm gonna tell you about an advent calendar, and I know that's awesome. Which advent calendar do you have? Now, with the hats, I used to be afraid to do this with my crochet, like pull it out. And I think some people with like are, because they don't understand crochet can stretch. So when you put it on your head, it's going to form to your head. But sometimes it's like, oh no, it's not, it's too little or whatever. But I think sometimes you have to also understand like crochet is stretch. It's okay. And I just wanted to get that thought out, y'all, because I used to always um be afraid to actually pull my crochet or shape it. And I don't know why. And I'm like, I wonder if a lot of people used to or have that feeling like, oh no, this is too little, especially when it comes down to like the booties. Like sometimes you're gonna have to stretch it a little bit to get it on, but it's great, you know, because some people will say, oh no, this is too small. And it's like, no, you may have to work that thing on a little bit and then it's a perfect fit. But with the advent calendar, okay. So Lady 4775 says she's working on advent calendar. Y'all, I may have to open it up on live. I have an advent calendar coming. This was my only crochet item that I said I was going to purchase for the year, and it went to Dandelion Tonic on Instagram. She is a crochet hook creator, and her mother did an advent calendar this year, and that was my one crochet purchase because like I've really been doing really good. Like I did the $1.79 for the yarn, but honestly I haven't purchased a lot like how I usually do. And Dandelion Tonic, she did her first advent calendar, and it's interchangeable Disney toppers on the hooks. And I think, I don't know how many days is that you have to open, but I think I'm gonna do it on live. So it's not a crochet yarn because I want to do that. Maybe next year I'll do like a yarn crochet advent calendar, but this year I have a crochet hook advent calendar. And I think what I'll do is do come live, open it up, open it all up, talk to y'all because everyone will be different. I have a crochet hat, but it's way too big. I have a so okay, so Crystal Dalton, you're like my mom. That's why I had to make this hat a little smaller for my mom because her head is so much smaller. And I'm like, Ma, I made you like a lot of hats, but she's like, listen, those hats don't fit. So that's why I made hers a little smaller. So I think she will actually like the ones that that one that I make her. And I think I'm gonna see how that fits. And then I actually make her some more. So let's get another question. Yarn inspirations typo. Yarn inspirations, is that where yarn inspirations, is that where you get the hats from? I mean the yarn from, because yarn inspirations too had a good they had a decent sale. They had a decent sale on some yarn. And I want to, oh goodness. Oh, let's be transparent, y'all. Let's be transparent. And I'm telling y'all a secret. So although I was saying I'm going to save on purchasing a lot of yarn, that still did not stop me by window shopping online. Because one thing I did was went to Yarn Inspirations. I went to do the whole Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I went to them. I think it was, what's the other? Premier Yarns. Y'all, I was on there adding everything to my cart. I was like, okay, if I was to purchase yarn for or during their sales, what would I get? I went on there, I was adding everything. Click, 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 click. And I knew I wasn't going to buy anything because I already said I was not making big purchases. But I thought that was the funniest thing. And I'm like, hey, a girl can dream. But I'm not, it was so hard, y'all. And I want y'all to tell me, I know I can't be the only one that window shops online. Like you will have a cart and that cart would stay full for a while. And you're like, listen, if I was to purchase, this is what I would get. And I did a lot of that during this Black Friday. But like I said, I knew I wasn't going to purchase. So it didn't make me feel bad or anything. I just thought it was funny. And I was telling my kids because, of course, you know, kids can see like 101 things they want. And I'm like, listen, mommy be wanting stuff too, y'all. I go online and I add stuff to my cart like I'm going to buy it. And no good and well, I'm not going to buy it. And my kids was like, we do the same thing. So I thought that was so funny. So I know, y'all, at my big age, I know I'm not the only one that does that. I wanted to share that though. I thought that was cool. Okay, so let's see. Do you crochet matching Christmas sets like hat and scarves, or do you mix match? That's a good question because I know some people who would crochet a hat and a scarf set. Me, I think all of my time crocheting, when I ever gift something, maybe I could count on one hand when I did it as a set, because I find that it doesn't get that cold where I live. So like a hat and scarf, people won't really wear the scarf. So I think that would kind of be more so towards the area that you're in. So for me, I don't crochet sets. I usually would I crochet more hats than scarves. Now I do have some very cute hats, and I mean some very cute scarves that I did. I do have some of those and I love them, but it doesn't get that cold to wear the scarf. So I find that for me, I don't make a lot of scarves. But it all depends on like where you live. I think that's like kind of like depending on what your area calls for. Because some people get cold, and they probably need the crochet everything. Like, because crochet feels real good in the cold, y'all. It's like you'll feel real good. So that was a good question. Do y'all crochet the sets like I had a scarf set, or do you just do the hats, or do you just say, hey, I'm just giving y'all a scarf? I would like to know that. Because, like I said, I'm more so like, no, I did like on one hand, I could tell you the hat and scarf set that I did. But let's keep it going, y'all. Let's see. Whoo, hmm, that's a good one. What's your go-to crochet gift? What's your go-to Christmas gift for beginners to make? If you are a beginner, I would say a go-to for me would be hats. That's my go-to. Like, I think because hats are so like once you figure out what's your favorite hook size that you like, because I think some people always think that there's always like these big rules to crochet. It is not. Like today I'm using a 5 millimeter hook, right? I could well enough make the same hat in a 6 millimeter or whatever. Like once you figure out, I'm sorry, y'all. Once you figure out what hook you like, I feel like you can base your pattern off of that. Because typically you start with either 10 or 12 stitches. I know a lot of people who start with 12. I know a lot who start with 10. What is your most favorite custom hook if you got one? Uh Ooh, that's a good question. Malibu Maddie, what's my most favorite custom hook? I can't say I have a favorite, just one, but I have a lot of favorites. I think what I would do is come on live one day and we'll talk about my hook collection because I got a lot. Matter of fact, when I do the advent calendar, I may show my hook collection in that because I have a lot of great hooks in there, a lot of great hooks. But back to the hat, I feel like once you find out which hook you like, you can kind of build off, a hat. So I think that's the first a great thing that you can make if you are just a beginner doing crochet. Start off with your rounds, going around the length, and then however you want to do your hat. So that's what I would say. Do you prefer crochet and Christmas decor or Christmas wearables? That's a good one. Let me know what y'all prefer. Christmas decor or Christmas wearable. I would love to see your hooks. That would be fun sometime. Yes. Okay, so what I would do, because I have the advent calendar coming. I'm not sure exactly when it will be here, but I'm sure one Wednesday before Christmas, because she said I think the first week in December this week is when they will ship them out for the advent calendar. So I think it would be cool to open that up with you guys and then show y'all my hook collection because it's a lot. So that'll get us through a whole live, because I'm telling you that would be, I got a pretty good hook collection. And my hook collection was another thing that I did. I can remember, just like with the yarn, I used to always say I wanted a big hook collection. And I still like want to I want to have a hook display to where I remember back in the day, y'all, my mom had this I don't know, do they call it it's like a cabinet and it's all glass and you can open up the doors, and she would have all her cute little crystals or little figurines in there, and we knew you can't touch that. Like, you don't go in there and touch that. And I want to have something similar to that, but not like a cabinet type, but I want it kind of like a shelf, kind of like when you go in the jewelry store and stuff. And I want my hooks to be lined up like that. That's what I really, really want. I think that would be amazing. But I built my crochet hook collection one hook at a time. I remember when I saw the hooks, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. I gotta get it, because to me, the crochet hooks, the custom hooks, to me, I look at them as art. They're no different to me than a picture. Like when someone draw a picture and they are into getting pictures for their home. Crochet hooks to me is like that. So I look at those creators as artists. I got a custom hook. It's a sky one. The sky hooks, I can imagine that's being beautiful. I love all custom hooks. I love, like, because the artist who does them, like, who does them, oh goodness, I messed that up. As an artist who creates the crochet hooks, I know all the time that it takes to and that goes in the crochet hooks. Oh my goodness, it's a lot that goes in there, and I don't take it for granted. I absolutely love them. I have furls hooks, and that's not even a custom hook. That's just like the company that have it. But the custom hooks, oh, it's like they need to be displayed. Nobody would ever come and see them though, but I still want them on like a display. But when that advent calendar come, I'll definitely go live to show my hook collection. I'm excited about that because that's one of my favorites. So what things do y'all like to crochet for Christmas? Do you like doing the decor, Christmas decor, or clothing or wearables? For me, I wanted to do some decor, but I felt I was going to go overboard. And I was like, listen, you don't need to have all that. I do have to pull out. So for the next live, y'all may see it. I did a Christmas tree one year, and I still have it. It's somewhere in my storage. It's a Christmas tree, and I put some lights around it. So I crocheted the tree and put some lights. So I have to take my Christmas stuff out so that I can put it up here. So when I do go live, y'all can see my Christmas tree. And I did that like a year or two ago, and I had it in a video, which, speaking of that, I cannot believe how long I've been actually crocheting, y'all. I looked at some Google photos and I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been in the game for a long time, y'all. I've been doing this for a pretty long time. And sometimes when you're in it, you don't realize how long you've been doing something. And for me, I didn't realize. Like, I think sometimes it still surprises me, like all the things that I've crocheted and all the things that I do with crochet, even all the videos that I have, because I've been doing videos for a while too. So it does surprise me sometimes. And it's good to take a step back sometimes and be like, you know what? Breathe and appreciate the things that you have put out. That's important. Okay, so anybody want to talk about, do you like doing the wearables or do you like doing um the decor, Christmas decor? For me, I would pick decor over wearables, y'all, because listen, wearables take a good long time to crochet. So let's see. Have you ever created your own Christmas tradition involving crochet? That's a good question. Have y'all ever created your own Christmas tradition involving crochet? And I'm going to answer that because I tried, y'all. I tried, especially for YouTube. I tickled myself because it was a failure. It felt bad because I remember I like Christmas decor. Malibu says she likes Christmas decor. I love Christmas decor too. I remember I was like, listen, I'm going to go on YouTube and we're going to have like the 12 days of Christmas. I'm doing a video every, like, up until Christmas. I did that, like, I think I did it with my glasses because I started off doing glasses and then I transitioned to crochet. And I tried it with crochet as well. And listen, whoo, after having to record so much, it was a lot. And I was just like, because at first I was like, oh, this would be cool. I'm a crochet. We're going to sit here and open up some stuff and do 12 days of Christmas, go live. It was a lot. It was a lot. And honestly, this year I didn't even think about it. I did not think not one time to do like 12 day of Christmas, or I see a lot of people do what is it? What do they do during Christmas time? Like the Vlogmas. I think it's Vlogmas that they do for Christmas time. I see a lot of people do Vlogmas, and I think that's cool. I think Vlogmas is amazing. But I was so caught up this year, just in general, just like busy with just life, that December came around and I'm sitting here like, yo, what happened? Where did you come from, December? Because it was just November, and it seemed like that's how quick it came. So no, I do not have any traditions when it comes down to crochet, but I would love to make some. Let me know if y'all have some Christmas traditions when it comes down regarding crochet. Oh, I like this question. I like it. We was talking yarn all day, y'all. So okay, so if you had unlimited yarn, what massive Christmas project would you make? If you had unlimited yarn, what massive Christmas project would you make? Immediately, what came to me, if I had unlimited yarn, the time to do it, good Christmas music, turn on Temptations Christmas, and we're going to just, sing it up. I will crochet a floor model Christmas tree. I would actually do that. I think that would be gorgeous. I think that would have been amazing. If I had the unlimited yarn to do that, I would do a floor model Christmas tree, and I would have it decked out to where you can put lights on it. It's just like a regular Christmas tree. Like, I think that would be gorgeous. I think it would be so cute. And I'm saying that, y'all, sometimes you say something out loud, and then next year y'all may see a full model Christmas tree, be like, girl, you remember you said that? But what is something that y'all would actually crochet if yarn was not an issue, time was not an issue, nothing was an issue? You could just sit down and just crochet and be happy, excited. What would you actually crochet? I would love to know that, y'all. And again, thank y'all for checking in the comments. Thank y'all for checking in and chatting with me. Just being on the live, y'all. Like I said, I enjoy sitting here talking to y'all, crocheting, talking a little more that I crochet, but we're getting a little bit done because listen, this right here. Oh, I have it turned inside. Let me show y'all. We're doing a ruffle hat. If you're just looking in and checking in, just trying to see what this girl is talking about and what she's doing, because I'm doing more talking than I'm actually crocheting, but it's okay because that's what we do. We're all over the place. But I'm doing a ruffled crochet hat, and it's going to be a hat for myself. So I want it to be kind of like a Christmas tree theme. Y'all would definitely see it this week in a short, so keep an eye out for that. But while I'm doing all this talking, I'm supposed to be doing more crocheting, but it's not happening like that because we're talking and we're having good conversation. So y'all tell me too, one thing that came to mind when I was asking the last question, what is your favorite Christmas movie to watch while you're crocheting? I think that's a good one, because me and my husband was talking about like favorite movies, but we were talking more so about just movies in general, like what are some of our favorites. And I got to talking about some Jim Carrey movies because I love some Jim Carrey movies. Home Alone. Yes, Home Alone is good, Malibu Valley. I love Home Alone. Top favorite. Top favorite. Home Alone got a spot in my top favorite. Just the first one though, for me. The first one, the second, and I think they did a third. Not so much. Not so much. Nothing beats that classic first Home Alone favorite. Another favorite is the Grinch. Y'all let me know in the comments, y'all please comment, because I would love to know what are some of y'all's. Malibu Maddie said Home Alone. I love Home Alone. Absolutely love Home Alone. The Grinch is definitely the one that Jim Carrey did. The Grinch is definitely a favorite. Like, now the thing is with me, what makes a movie a favorite too, because I would like to know, how do y'all judge y'all movies from being a favorite? Is it just like it was so good, it's my favorite? For me, if I can rewatch it, because I'm not a big rewatch fan. I do not like rewatching movies or shows for that matter. If I watched it, that's it. Lampoon Christmas. Oh, Lampoon Christmas is really good. Me and my kids watched that last Christmas. That was really good too. Ye Nation said Lampoon Christmas. I think let me see now. What makes a good Christmas movie for me, y'all? If I can rewatch it, because like I said, I'm not a big rewatcher or rereader. I know people who love things and say they can rewatch it, they can reread it. But for me, I really love it if I watch it again. And it's only a couple of movies that has that rewatch factor for me. But I can watch The Grinch. I can watch Home Alone. I could definitely just be like, y'all, let's go. We are watching those. What's another Christmas movie? Hmm. I don't know. Elf. Elf is a good one. Elf is a good one. Malibu Mal. Elf is definitely a good one. We watched. Me and my kids watched Elf together last year as well because we have this new thing that we wanted, like with traditions. Just started watching a lot of the Christmas movies. We actually watched some of the movies that were new. So like Netflix and all of them had some different movies. Like it was kind of like y'all, this was funny. Some of it was Hallmark type movies. Excuse me, I'm gonna get some water. Some of it was like Hallmark type movies, and my oldest, they were like, we don't like that. I thought that was funny. I was like, we gotta give it a chance though. We gotta give it a chance. And they're like, listen, no, not really. But Elf is good. Home Alone. Um, oh, we did look at A Christmas Story. We saw The Christmas Story last year. I think it was one of my son's first time. So of course they had a kick out of that. Because one thing that is interesting is that my kids, I have my second oldest, he is into like nostalgic like type feeling movies. So things that are like old school, he loved all of the old school stuff, y'all. All of the old school stuff. So they are, all of my kids have like a little bit of that old school type nostalgic feel when it comes down to just in general. It can be music, it can be movies, just in general. They really really adore and love a lot of that old school stuff. And I think that's so cool because listen, I'm an old school type of person. Like I really love old school music. Oh, I messed this up, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay. Ooh, sorry. Got the talking, got the missing. Okay, so I really like old school music. I like old school movies, like different things like that. So I can understand why they like it too. But I think during this time, I really just like watching a lot of Christmas movies with the children and just kind of like creating new memories. So if y'all want to share, y'all can still share what's your favorite movie to watch. Because maybe y'all watched the movie I never watched. I could check it out and we can still talk about it. Because we got all the month. We got like all the Wednesdays and Christmas to talk. Because we're gonna be talking on live all the Wednesdays and Christmas, okay? But let's see. Uh this is a good question. Woo, woo, woo. I would love to know this one if y'all want to answer. Do you crochet gifts for everyone or only the people who appreciate it? I would love to know the answer to that. And I'm genuinely would love to know the answer. Do you crochet for everyone or people who genuinely appreciate it? And I ask that because that's a hard one for me because although some people may not say anything when they get crochet items, because I notice that a lot. Because I'm a big gifter. I gift things and you won't hear anything. Like they'll say thank you or they. So for me, I wait until depends on the people. You nation depends on the people. See, for me, it depends on if someone mentions that they love crochet and they want crochet, then I will actually and I like Jack Frost. Jack Frost is pretty good too. That's a good movie. Depending on the people and if they ask for crochet, I'll crochet. But I have learned not everyone loves crochet. And not everyone loves crochet when you're wanting to gift them crochet. But if something goes viral, oh, they are absolutely just amazed by crochet. It's like, I remember such and such can crochet now, so I'm gonna ask her to crochet this viral piece versus the appreciation in what I always have been doing. So with that, I find that I tend to crochet items that I know people actually like appreciate the crochet versus just randomly giving people crochet, because it is a thing. Not everybody likes crochet, and that's okay. I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I would prefer to either gift you something that I know you're going to like and that you're going to use than to, like, you make a lot of things, because a lot goes in our crochet pieces. I always say a lot of love goes in my crochet pieces, but also a lot of time. And you don't want to crochet something that someone would never use. Like, that's kind of crazy. And one thing too, I'll say too, just talking about that, what's interesting is that my sister, I crocheted her. This was when the ruffle hats first started coming out, and I remember there was a lot of people that did not like those ruffle hats, and my sister was like, I like them, Mom, I'll keep this one. So I did a couple of them, and of course it's trial and error, because when you're just crocheting in the beginning, you're really just learning how to really do some things. And although I was crocheting for a long time, then the ruffle hats were just coming, so we were trying to perfect, like, how the pattern was, how it looks, which one works, or whatever. And I remember gifting my sister a crochet ruffle hat, and she absolutely loved it. And I also remember some family members laughing at my sister for wearing that crochet hat. But now that the crochet ruffle hat was like a viral thing, everybody loved it. And I'm like, that's so strange. Because I never was a person who followed trends. I'm always was a person like, if I like it, I like it. It is what it is. That's that. And that's what I try to teach my kids. Like, listen, if you like it, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter. Don't wait for the next person to like it, as long as you like it. So my sister sent me, I said all of that just to say this, y'all. My sister sent me a picture today, and she's like, look, I got this hat on. And she showed me the hat, the very, like, it was one of my very first ruffles that I made. She wore it to work today. And she was like, she even got a compliment because she had to take my niece to the doctor's. And someone asked her about the hat and wanted me to make them a hat, and then someone else. So I was just like, that is so cool, because I remember in the beginning when the ruffle hats were first coming out, because it's not for everybody, and that's okay. And I remember making that hat for my sister. Now, I always had loved the ruffle hats, y'all, but ruffles are fun to me. Ruffles are exciting. It's like, I don't know. I remember back in the day wearing the ruffle socks that you could get from the store. You put them on with your white church shoes. Like, I remember. So anything ruffles kind of sits with me a little different. I think because of those moments, I really remember having to wear those. So seeing my sister still have that hat, it actually, I don't think she understand how much that just made me feel, because very not so often you get a lot of people who you've crocheted something for that still have the piece, or that still just be like, hey, you remember this? I made you this right here. You don't really get that a lot. At least I don't get that a lot. Y'all may get it a lot. I don't really get it a lot when you do crochet. Because it's such a sticky thing. Like, I seen it was some hats that I made, and I've seen a couple of celebrities started wearing crochet. And it's like, once they started wearing crochet, everybody wants you to make them crochet. And I'm like, man, that's a little unfortunate, because I just absolutely love it. I wish people would just love what they love. I'm back again. Sorry, I had to go somewhere. It's okay. I'm glad that you came back. I understand that sometimes during life, I'm very grateful that you all just decide to come back and just come and chat with me and say, talk with me. I'm so grateful. Like, my heart gets so full, because this is what I love to do, and to be able to talk to such beautiful, amazing people about crochet and just share my love for crochet. As y'all can see, I could go for a whole hour straight because I'm gonna have to get off of here. But I talk because I'm passionate about it. And it's like, listen, it's a whole bunch of us out here who love the same thing. And sometimes we just need people to talk to. Conversation is great. And I have this thing that I say, I call it my 3 C's: conversation, communication, and continuation. because I always say, if I can get someone to have a conversation with me, oh no, I mixed it up. If I can get you to communicate with me, we can then have a conversation, and then we can continue that on, because you never know, your conversation could change your life. Some people just need someone to talk to, and I never take it for granted, whether it's one or two. Sometimes I sit here and I talk to myself like I'm talking to a whole bunch of people. I don't even take that for granted, because you never know who's rewatching it. You never know what they can get from the content that you're actually putting out. So I don't take that for granted. So I really appreciate y'all. I really do. And we are at our hour mark. I try to be on here for an hour just to sit and talk, like I said, every Wednesday, because I told myself, I was like, listen, we are going to come on. I say 6, but around 6 o'clock, because I find that sometimes I'm not ready at 6 exactly. And I'm like, hey, you can't beat yourself up now. You got to do it when you can do it. That's so true. We need communication as soon. We do. We really do. And I always like to leave the live on a good note and with a message. So that's going to be the message, for today. It is very true. You never know who just needs someone to talk to, or who just needs someone to listen. Because, you have some people that would say, well, I can complain, but it's no good. Nobody wants to hear it anyway. And me and my husband has this thing where we tell people, hey, listen, it's okay. You can say it, but I'm going to give you a few minutes to say what you have to say, even if it's a complaint. Because you never know, with you releasing that complaint, it may bring around another conversation that can show you a different perspective of what you actually thought about what you initially said. So we don't take that for granted. And I don't take for granted people wanting to say what is bothering them. Don't look at it as a complaint, because you just never know. Releasing that thing can actually be your way of actually overcoming that thing. And that's very important. I think communication is so important. And a lot of times we don't realize that a lot of us are more alike than we think. A lot of us are more alike than we think. It's so easy to see your indifferences. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to look at yourself and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Or you can look at someone else and say, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. But really, we have to start looking and seeing like, no, we got this alike. And then you can see somebody else. It's like a mirror. You're looking at yourself and you see the beauty in them, which helps you see the beauty in yourself. And that's very important too. So we're going to leave it off with that. I hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful, I have to go. Bye. Good night. Good night, Des. I hope y'all have a beautiful, amazing week. The rest of your week. Thank y'all for coming in on the live. I really enjoyed it. Let me show y'all a little bit, y'all. We got a good bit crocheted. I'm not going to take it for granted. We got these ruffles going. I have to finish this round and do another round, and that will be it. Y'all look out for the short, because I have it in a short coming up when I complete the hat. Y'all have a beautiful rest of your day. Smile, smile at somebody else. You never know what your smile, how far your smile is going to go. I will see y'all in the next one. And always remember, y'all, I am your one and your only Lady of Crochet, LadySamoan, and I will see you next time. Y'all have a good night.